What's your opinion on Black Widow changing to activate? I think changing her to activate overall was a good change, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see her go back down to a 2 cost. Is it common for gaming communities to constantly sling mud at each other when a new game comes along like Snap and Pocket? Yes. So, tribalism like that is very common in life in general. And the thing about card games specifically is that card games and lifestyle games, live service games, whatever you want to call them, they take not only an incredible amount of time to keep up with, but they also often have people spending a lot of money. So when something like Pokemon Pocket comes along, and Marvel Snap people who have spent thousands of dollars and hours on Marvel Snap see other people enjoying this other thing, they start to think to themselves, oh, was I wrong for spending the money I spent on Marvel Snap if this other thing is potentially better? So in order to let myself know that it's definitely not better, I need to crap on it constantly. TLDR. We do not have priority, so I can't Goliath them reasonably. I could do this though. What do we think of this? Just put the tenor off to the left, because I'm winning the right with speed. I've used all of our energy every turn so far. I like this. Classic off-screen grapple hook. And then they have priority. What do I think is better? Shadow Kick them or Surtur? I can do this, which is 13. But this is 17. It's this.
Power must be controlled.
You win regardless. Death and Null are kind of scary. We win this breaker by a bit, yeah? Perfect. That's an impressive first game. Yeah, viewing the money you spend on things like Snap as your entertainment budget and not an investment is the appropriate way to frame things to get the most enjoyment out of the most things, for sure. Easier to enjoy new things when they come along. Howdy Yang. I've been playing for about 2 years. I bought about 5 season passes. Haven't bought any the last year though, because I don't like their practices. I'm free to play and I still can compete and reach it, but it definitely. I actually think one of the things that gets done quite frequently when it comes to discussing Marvel Snap monetization is too often people try and frame Marvel Snap monetization as you can't be competitive, when the reality is Marvel Snap's regular live balancing means old decks like Discard and Destroy remain competitive way longer in this game than they do in other card games. And while it can be sad feeling like you can't play the latest and greatest stuff because you don't have absolutely everything, you definitely don't need absolutely everything to be competitive in Marvel Snap. It's very silly when people imply otherwise. Unless they have a Falcon, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here, yeah? Do this, and then we have speed plus arrow next turn. Or now we have Shadow King plus arrow. We'll pull 5 out of here. It'll wipe the Athena. It'll add 3 here. Oh my goodness! The arrow moving the Iron Agent Venom locked both of their moves with the dagger because the center was full. Oof. Oof! What a lovely lady. I have priorities. This pulls Malekith into the negative zone. Welcome to Twitter, Malekith. Enjoy your stay. Oh, I forgot that we weren't gonna trigger Surtur with this line. That's fine. Everything's gonna be alright. Do 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 do. It's the harbinger of fun! Woo! We could die, I guess. We have a decent Modockerson.
You won't need this anymore.
Yeah, we lose this, right? Yeah, Toad's dead. GG, put it. I needed to Eliath the right? Question mark. Or you need to play for the left. The Magneto on the left would have gotten us there, yeah? Or Eliath left? Either on the left would have gotten us there. Maybe the line was play a 6-drop here, play Malekith here, because then we have a chance to get Cage or Speed. Shadow King wouldn't have been great, but Cage or Speed would have been fine. What are your thoughts? A deck like this that use 3-2 costs with Quicksilver and Wiccan? I actually don't know what the math is offhand. I just grabbed this off the internet, but I assume it's probably not good. Mathematically. It's the Hyper Geo. Population size is 11. We have 3 2-drops. You're gonna see 4 non-Quicksilver cards on turn 2. We're 80% to have a 2-drop on 2. It's probably fine. Versus 90. Close. I don't know that I have another card I want to cut. You have to balance your payoffs and stuff. I have to give up something like Mala. I think you'd have to give up Malekith. He's been pretty reasonable. I don't know if my body's ready to draw a 6-drop here and not be able to trigger this Wiccan though. That would be sad. Not excited about Shadow King on curve, but it could certainly be worse. Unlucky.
Opponent snapped.
Here.
Escaped.
Surprise Shadow King is animations. It's a good call out. It's a little surprising, isn't it? He's such a popular card. I haven't prioritized him. We're doing Pocket tomorrow. It's really just gonna depend on what Twitch numbers look like. If we're breaking 2,500, 3,000 people, Snap's gonna be the focus. Until that's not the case. Been enjoying my time playing Pocket, but our metrics there top out like the 14 to 1,500 range. Gotta make the dollars while we can. Are you enjoying Snap these days? It's alright. Cards that begin with A are assholes. A little bit too much Eliath, a little bit too much Aeroshim. But there's plenty of good games too. Anagrath, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back. You would snap on the Luke Cage draw if you were into snapping, but you're not into snapping. How dare you besmirch the name of Adam Warlock? Exactly. You understand. You have farming, you have a back neighbor. I think someone moved into the house. I haven't seen anybody when I've been out, but I think there's been a car parked in the driveway. There's like grass and stuff and they're fully built. The one behind me is also kitty corner. It's not directly behind. Like a Shauna or something under here? You actually ended up being incredibly close.
Victory.
You did, Magento. My plan for the rest of the week, for people wondering about split content, is we're going to start with Snap each day. And do at least 3 or 4 hours, and if the numbers we hit are good, we'll just continue Snap throughout the whole day. And if they're only okay, we'll switch to Pocket after a little bit. I'm just going to play it by ear. Today's looking to be an all Snap day. Hopefully Mirror Dimension is another rights game, so we get a peekaboo at each other's hands, and that is it. Dwight! Thanks for dropping off that primer for over 8 years! It's a long time. Here for a different lifetime ago. Traveling to SCG Invitationals and back. Noel, thank you for the 20 months. Can't shang us everywhere, right? Right? Ooh. Ooh. Talk about a golden goddess. Holy. Only the classiest splits for our classy opponent. She's butt 69. Oh. Cheese Butt 69 is gonna be my next tattoo. Excellent choice. Alright, don't blink or you'll miss it, gamers. Gotta keep a close eye on what they're passing back and forth here. Hot potato style. No, they have the Mystique. Rip. They have the Mystique and they have priority because my Magenta moved their thing. Dead? I think we're dead. Yeah, Kitty Grapple Pimp Mystique. Our freehand scope. We have been bested by none other than Cheese Butt 69. They've emerged triumphant. The things you gotta do sometimes, chat. The on-curve Shadow Kings. Classic 7-turn game with only 2 locations. Or are there only 2 locations, chat? I believe. My arrow, chat! They took my arrow! So we'll pass here, and then we'll have 9 energy to Magneto plus Luke to get speed +1, clear the Thunderbolt penalty, and hopefully they put another 3 or 4 out so we can Magneto them off to the left here. Hopefully. There is a feedback thread on the Discord that the mods opened where they ask people to vote on Airship if they like it or not. Please like it. Vote no. Vote no on Airship, gamers. Look at that delicious Magento flavored casserole. I want to link that one on the YouTube side too. Down votes for Airship. I put that one in the freaking stream title. Look, I'm clicking through right now. Hold on. A neutral space for everyone to share their feedback on the card. The no votes currently have it, chat. Vote no on Aeroship. I knew I was doing good by showing you. We're gonna skew the crap out of these results. Aeroship is amazingly fun card to play and play against. Yup. Yup. Said no, whatever. No, it's literally the first response to that thread. It's literally the first response to the thread. Generally speaking, as snapping advice, you'd want to snap the bar sinister location before playing Kate. For the 50%er that you'd roll this. Aww. Got him. We have the power. Woohoo! I don't think our speed's gonna get extra point next turn, unfortunately. JK, we top deck the 6 drop. More power for speed. More power for speed.
Victory.
Is this turn good? If so, why? Please explain. Yeah, Kate hitting the 50-50 is really good, PD. BM stands for bad manners. Being rude. And so weird, chat. I finally cleared all of the leftover drink bottles out of my office, so I have a table to my right again that I can set stuff on. Still not fully used to it. Are you gonna set more bottles on it? I've actually been trying to drink less caffeine, so I haven't been having one every day. These drop days, I had one caffeine yesterday because we were live for 13 hours. In general, trying to do fewer drugs. Woo! What an expansion! What an expansion! Who is this? Speed! Oh, right, this is their speed. Just almost forgot. Almost forgot. Phone was accidentally set to have the volume on. A terrible mistake.
Victory.
Speaking of caffeines, I think I'm gonna go get my caffeine for today. We're about 5 hours in and we're gonna be going for a long while yet. I think I'm gonna do a double set with this deck. Wiccan's a fun card. We've only got one more deck submission waiting in the queue right now. So I'm gonna tap some ads. We're gonna do one more segment with this pile of cards. It's been very serviceable when we return. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, Malekith's just a generically good 4-drop. Helps you fish up your 3s that are good at the end of the game. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a tea, and I'm gonna go put some of my dishes upstairs so they don't build up on my desk too high. Here. What does the vote know about? They opened an official airship feedback thread on the Marvel Snap Discord server, where you can vote if you like or dislike the card. I just think it's important we send a strong message to Second Internet the card is trash and needs to be deleted. So our no votes are 182 dislikes to 50 likes. Engage. Engage! Gosh, Lucas is so good. So glad we added him in here. I like how all of the positive things about Airship are largely people talking about how it lets them avoid having to actually play Marvel Snap and it gets them done with missions quicker. Just, the I like it. Here's a further indictment of the card. Ooh, this locks the right and stops their Fenris from triggering. Oh, come on, Arrow. We're still locking the right at least, but I'm annoyed. What are they getting? They're getting my arrow back? Malekith is guaranteed to grab Lucas, right? I don't think that's a hot take, not my dance. I think that's just factual. Airship was the beginning of the decline. It's just the truth. Oh, opponent messed up. Proxima got him.
Victory.
Marvel Snap official Discord server about to see its single largest day increase in membership it's ever had. there any other cards that completely took over the game on release like Aeroshim did? I want to make it really, really clear that my problem with Aeroshim has nothing to do with it being popular and everything to do with the way that it fundamentally changes the way the game is played. This is speed, yeah? Talk about the split. My enjoyment or lack thereof when dealing with Aeroshim is tied to the fact that it doesn't really feel like I'm playing Marvel Snap when I queue into it. It has nothing to do with the popularity of the card. High Evolutionary was the other card that was really popular on release. Not quite 70%, but close.
Victory.
Hey, Concept. Thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. This guy doesn't know what losing is. Losing? Pff, never lost a game in my life. Why would I start today? Sounds like a poor choice. I think it's incredibly unfair and silly to try and attribute a specific Aeroship Thanos list to a single creator. It's really not innovative and straightforward. Lots of people worked on it. It's not one particular person's fault that you're experiencing that gameplay. In fact, I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at the 30-day forecast, the Aeroship Thanos deck is literally just the Aeroship deck that we had before with Thanos added to it. It's very similar. The game doesn't need more modes. I actually think you're incredibly wrong about that. I think the number one thing Marvel Snap desperately needs more than anything else is more ways to play. Wholeheartedly disagree with the take. We don't need more modes. More than anything, Marvel Snap needs more modes. I would make the argument that Marvel Snap only has one game mode. I think Conquest and Deadpool's Diner both are largely the same decks and strategies that you engage with everywhere else in Marvel Snap. High Voltage was the first and only true new game mode Snap has ever had.
Power must be controlled. Power must
Shang-Chi 60 power. Sure would be a shame if you still lost the freaking game, opponent. Damn shame. There are 100 different ways they could add a new game mode. In my opinion, something only counts as a new game mode if there's fundamentally different strategies that are good and bad inside of it. Conquest is just longer snap, and Deadpool's Diner is just snap with more snapping. In both of those modes, the exact same decks that you play on the ladder are valid and good there, and the same decks that are bad are bad. It needs to give me a reason to play with other cards that I wouldn't normally play with. Alliance missions are like a really lazy way to try and force that, basically. Or like a cudgel of a way. If you click on the Discord channel link, it'll take you right to the Aeroship voting section. Tempo Shang, eh? It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it pays out for him here. If you want to know how the other half thinks that often gets banned on this channel when they pipe up, you should skim that thread. There are some fun takes inside of it. Agatha. No, they were just clearing hand space so they could draw more cards with Misery. During the next ad break, can you comment in the channel live? I'm pretty sure any true feelings I wrote about Aeroshim would get caught by the Discord's auto moderation settings. I miss imbalance patches. Me too. I am really sad that they shelved that idea and haven't iterated on it more. I thought those were super novel and sweet, and I'm sad that they decided to get rid of them.
I am inevitable.
Did you just get rid of Elysium while I have active Wiccan? Can't compete here, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna lose priority for this Goliath. This only takes me to 19 here. Yeah, I gotta leave against the Boomer Snapper. Just another day in the Aeroship Thanos neighborhood. A fun and stimulating game of Marvel snapping. It's very fair when creators mobilize their communities to spam downvotes. I'm such a whiny Erisham defender. Why would Jeff Hoagland do this to me? He's trying to take away my card. Why, Jeff? It's the only way I win games. Don't you want me to win games anymore? Also, for the record, I'm telling people to go vote. If there's people in this stream that like Erisham, they can go vote that they like Erisham. But you, my dear whiny gamer, who enjoys Erisham, are in the minority. Thurka! Thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Make videos for part of my job at Udemy, and I am not comfortable presenting. Seeing your YouTube videos help me improve my scripts and my content. That's awesome. I love Erisham. First time chatter, more like last time chatter. The command is vote no. It probably still counts as vote tampering. I'm from America? The election's only rigged if I don't get the result that I want, chat. Come on now. It's all fun and games so long as I'm winning. Stop the count. Are we dead? I think we're dead, right? I don't have the cards to play for 2 locations here.
Escaped.
It's strange how a Discord poll to vote no on Erisham is the most excited I've been about Marvel Snap in 6 months. LOL. Oh, chatter. Oh, chatter. You're not alone. I rejoined the server to cast my vote. Yep. We're gonna cause the single greatest addition of members to this server in a long time, in months. Whiskey. Been reading Twitch chat for 5 hours. I'm gonna do it for another 6 or 7 probably. Don't ask me to do this sober. Under Malekith is not stellar. Brigading a vote. Brigading a vote. Oh, man. They're removing the reacts. Wow. Wow. Look at this voter suppression. They stopped the count. They removed the reactions. Wow. Second dinner hates democracy. We won. We won. We got him to stop the count. It was crush. It was ratioed him so hard they took the poll down. Please make sure you are expressing your own opinions and no one else's. That's so funny. It was like a 4-to-1 ratio. Okay, I would like everybody to know, because they've officially taken the reactions down, I'm telling my snipers outside your homes to stand down. You no longer need to feel pressure to match my opinion. The threat of violence has been removed. You are no longer being held against your will. Look at how bitter they are. Imagine joining a Twitch stream and being that much of a salty baby. They're so mad. They're so mad. The saltiest of gamers. Does this trigger Surtur? I think it does, yeah. It's close. Sure does. Yes, there were a lot of people who really liked Galactus. That is definitely true. There's a 6-hour cooldown on your ability to comment as well. Gosh. I guess they really didn't want feedback after all. I guess they really didn't want feedback after all. That's weird. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Discord mods on that server are paid staff, just for what it's worth. You're right, it's not like someone on the design team requesting the feedback, but I'm pretty sure they're employed by Second Dinner. It's all a giant coin flip.
Controlled.
us skillfully winning our coin flip. It's a cable face down there, so we're winning the middle.
Victory.
I just think it's funny that they're surprised people had a polarized reaction to that thread because they literally made the thread because people have such strong opinions about it everywhere else. It is an incredibly common take among content creators that Erisham made the game markedly worse, yes. I am very, very far from alone in that opinion. I've apologized to the Discord moderators for suggesting people join their server. And I've let them know I will never suggest anybody join the official Marvel Snap Discord server ever again. I've learned from my mistake. Honestly, this is a twofer because we honeypotted. We honeypotted a lot of people to frag anyways. It's lovely.
Who will the winds bring?
This gives me +2 over here. There's some worlds where this wins the game. I guess we'll limp.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
All right. This deck was fun. How do we finish with this one? Were we about even or were we below even? We finished up. Look at that. I felt like we were okay. On about 60% of our games. My average cubes on every deck I play is awful because we're just not snapping. So, you know, not terrible. Good old pile. This deck's very affordable too. It's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, There's only 7 Series 5 cards in here. There's 1, 2 Series 2 cards, and 3 Series 3. I think if you wanted to make sure that poor people were unable to play the deck, you could probably substitute Cable for Mirage or Jeff. You could cut Luke for Mobius. I don't know that there's a Series 4, 5, 5, 10. I think you unfortunately have to play Arrow and Quicksilver. There isn't a clean Series 4 or 5 substitution to make for those cards. Yeah, maybe Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh would trigger if you have speed in play. That's true. That's true. Yeah, maybe you work Cull Obsidian in because you have the Quicksilver, get more Series 5 cards in here. Yeah. All right, speaking of poor people, if you didn't have money to subscribe, you could watch these adverts. We're going to play some Annihilus when we return as our next viewer deck submission. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. And as everybody knows, if I tell you to do something, you are obligated to do it, no matter how you feel personally about it. So don't go anywhere and watch these freaking adverts.